Hello. It has been a very, very long day. I went to work today. I should have taken the day off because, oh my. So the reason I'm making this video is because this drive home has been something else. There have been 3 accidents on every major road that I needed to take to get home, and so I've been in traffic for like 4 hours, and I have to get home because the dog is waiting and he needs dinner. So do I, for that matter. I stopped at the store thinking I might be able to bypass some of this because there was an accident reported on the news or whatever, so it's like, oh, maybe it's blocking my way home anyway, so I might as well stop at the store. So at some point I'm gonna have some pizza tonight. It might not be for a few more hours, but that's okay. I just wanted to make this video because sitting in this traffic, I've had a lot of time to just kind of get frustrated and annoyed and have a little pity party. But it got me thinking about how there have been times in my life that I was in a lot more discomfort. Just a few months ago, I ran the Bigfoot 200, and I was more tired then than I've ever been in my life. It was exhausting, and the exhaustion went on for days, and the discomfort lasted for days, and it makes you realize that traffic is not that bad. This is sucky by every metric you can imagine, but at least I'm in a nice warm van, and it's raining right now, and I was thinking, I'd much rather be in this nice warm van going 2 miles per hour than being out in the rain with blisters all over my feet trying to climb a mountain at 2 miles per hour right now. So it's all about perspective, and doing really hard things like the Bigfoot 200 gives you that type of perspective. A younger me would have crashed out at this point. Just fucking, I don't even know. I would have freaked out. And I am very unhappy I'm still in traffic, but I have the perspective of knowing that there is so much worse out there that I could be experiencing right now than sitting in my warm car crawling down the road. For instance, somebody had at least 3 people had a really bad day today. I hope they're okay, but it's very uncomfortable in this van, but whatever. A couple people had a really bad day today. They crashed their car. They might have gotten hospitalized or died. And I still have my life. And even though I'm not very happy in my life in this moment, I'm happy with it overall. And this is just a minor inconvenience. I will sleep in my bed tonight at some point. I will have dinner. I will get to shower. None of those things are things that I got when I was was doing the Bigfoot 200, and that was rough, but it was necessary. I think everybody should do, maybe not 200 miles, but everybody should stretch so far out of their comfort zone that they experience literal hell. The most pain that you can imagine, the most discomfort. Just get so far away from your comfort zone. And don't do it just for the kudos or, the Instagram likes or the just, overwhelming sense of accomplishment. Do it for the perspective that it'll give you. Because this is not ideal. Sitting in traffic after working all day in a physical job. I haven't eaten since breakfast. It's not ideal, but it could always be worse, right? It could be worse. I'm not sure what else there is to say other than, if traffic is the worst thing that's happened to you all month, all year, you need to go do something that is worse than that. Sign up for that marathon, that 50-miler, 100-miler, Ironman, whatever interests you, scares you, whatever scares you, not interests, you need to be afraid of it. When I did my 200-mile race, the furthest I'd ever run was 100K, and it destroyed my legs. But I was racing that. I was racing it hard. So I had this idea in my head that looking at the past finishing times and the course record, I was like, on a perfect day, I'm setting the course record. Well, I didn't have a perfect day. I went out way too hot, and I broke down completely the second half. My IT bands on both legs were just killing me. My hips were killing me. I got passed at like the 40-mile mark by the second placeman. I wasn't passed again after that, but I was walking when that guy passed me. That was so demoralizing, just watching the goal I set for myself just scoot away at a 10-minute mile per mile pace, and I couldn't even keep up with that. But after that race, I was in the Bigfoot lottery, and I was having a lot of doubts. I was like, well, I barely made it through that 62-mile race. How the heck am I going to run another 140 miles? That was scary. It scared the shit out of me. But that was what I needed. I needed a big challenge. I needed to know that I can do anything that I set my mind to. And in that race, I learned that there are no limits. Humans are capable of anything they set their mind to. And as long as you don't let yourself quit, you will achieve whatever it is that you're going after. Our only limits are our imaginations and our belief systems. So, I know that this might not make sense if you haven't ever pushed yourself to the limit, to the edge, but it will make sense, I promise you. You gotta go find that edge. And if you're already doing marathons or ultras, just take it a couple notches up and just sign up for the race that you're not ready for at all. And you're going to learn. You're going to learn what you're made of, or what you're not made of. You know, I found a lot of my weaknesses, muscular and in my character, but I never once thought I was going to. No, that's a lie. I did. On day 2 of Bigfoot, I was having Achilles issues, which I've never dealt with since ditching ultras. I was wearing shoes that I've been wearing for a very long time. I was training in them. Never ran as far as I ran in them, but you know, I did a couple of 30-mile runs in these shoes. There shouldn't have been an issue, but I was having excruciating pain in both Achilles, and I thought I was gonna, literally thought they were going to explode going up. It was like mile 70 or so. So it was uncharted territory for me at that point, and I was experiencing excruciating pain. That was the one moment in that race that I was like, all right, what excuse can I come up with that will let me off the hook, but it will make it like seem that I'm not a wimp, or you know what your brain, you try and save face. I got to the next aid station just limping, and this nice volunteer who had never taped an Achilles before helped me. You know, there was nobody else. There was no medics at this one. This was just a woman that was trying to help, that had a very kind heart, and she wanted to help me, and it fixed it. You know, they were still sore, but I was like, all right, problem solved, crisis averted. We are onward. We are just let's see what comes next. What is going to come at me next? But from that moment on, I was like, nothing is stopping me. I have 130 more miles. I am going to finish this thing, whether I walk the entire thing. I'm going to finish. This video is kind of drifted from my original thoughts about perspective, because now we're moving. Now I'm like 5 miles from my house, and I'm on the bridge that was closed. But anyway, you're gonna have. Oh, please don't mess this up. Something just popped up on my phone. Okay, I think we're good. Things are gonna happen in life, like bridge closures, inconveniences. I'd rather be eating pizza, watching Netflix right now, but I just spent 4 hours in traffic. But I have the perspective from doing the hardest thing I've ever done in my life that reminds me that this isn't as bad as it can get. It's not even close. You could have 100 more miles to walk in the rain. You know, a few hours ago, about 2 hours ago, I was seriously considering parking my van for the night and running home, because I was convinced. I'm still convinced I would have been home by now. I have my running gear, but yeah, I just decided to stay in the warm van. But yeah, even knowing that bad things will happen, and it's gonna be, I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys. All I want to say is I'm almost home, worst day of your life, you need to have an experience that pushes you to your limit to reflect back on and realize things aren't so bad. I'm in a nice warm